Testing, testing, 1, 2 to see if everything sounds correct. Ow! That was my cat. Welcome back to another video. I'm so grateful that everybody has tuned in to the VODs and the previous videos and continued to show support and love. Once again, I have to thank you. This channel, I started making content 4 years ago. And it varied. It was comedy, it was sketches, it was D&D, things I just cared about and things I liked. And funny enough, this Summoner's War sort of niche has picked up. And really, it's not possible without you. So if you are a part of this channel and you continue to support it, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. That being said, if you want to partake in the community, we have a couple of things that are live and that are up and going. So first and foremost, Discord is where it's at. We have a Discord. It's linked in the description of this video. I think we're building a really wonderful community. Everybody's super helpful. Everybody's informative. And if you want to be a part of it, all you got to do is join, come in, you pick a color, you get assigned a role, and yeah, you could just come hang out. That being said, I mentioned that when we had enough people in the Discord, we would have our own little special league tournament. And we do. So excitingly enough, in the new year, we will have a tournament with incentives. You know, it'll be small and it'll be really a practice session for people who want to get better at RTA. And we're going to have another caster with myself included. So I think it's going to be a good time. Furthering that idea of community, we have a couple of guilds that people have graciously offered to run. Right now, we have a guild on EU and we have a guild on Global that two of the channel's friends have decided to run. And if you're interested in joining, just pop into the Discord, say, hey, I'd like to join the guild, and we can get you assigned a role. So that way we could start to work our way to that G1 status. You know what I mean? I think it's really cool that we're transforming this community. We've taken it from the channel to Discord and now a guild. And again, thank you for that. That being said, speaking of the channel, it's really important to me that we keep this momentum going. So I'm actually putting the call out there for anybody who's interested in just a part-time freelance video editor role. I am looking to pay someone, you know, menial amounts because again, like I've mentioned before, this is not my full-time job. I work a full-time job. It's important to me that we keep the momentum going. And if you're interested in helping out the channel and making a couple extra bucks, I would love to have you. So also in the Discord, there's an application for the video editor role. And yeah, just apply and we'll have a discussion around if it's a right fit. On to the actual content though. So a couple of things, exciting things have happened. So if you go back and watch the most recent VOD, which is titled Arena Push Sunday, for the first time, we actually tried to push to the highest rank that we could in the hour in the last hour of Arena. And excitingly, we got to F3, which was really cool. So if you go back and watch that, it was stressful. You know, it came down to like the last 3 minutes, basically, where I caught a break and we were able to cleave our way to F3. So it was really cool to finish in a higher rank than I had before and earn those crystals. So that was really exciting. Go back and watch that. The other exciting thing is we were able to finish F3 in RTA. Now, what I'm about to say may sound a little non-kosher, but I need to explain that I am a person who learns better by having something taught to me and then recreating it. The account finished in F3, but a friend of the channel offered to take the account to F3. So Cure, who has contributed to the channel in other ways in the past, said that she would take the account, build it around a couple of core monsters, and finish F3. So that way I could finish with the transmog as well as the ride for Alunia, which is very important. That's what we're going to talk about today, just sort of the core team that got built. So anybody who's interested in building a core team, which I found is something that is very important, you will be able to see how that is done. So we're going to watch a couple of replays surrounding that team and talk about some of the changes that she made to the World Arena monsters. It helps me to see these things and learn. That's what this whole project has been about. So without further ado, let's jump into it. And once again, Discord, tourney, guilds, video editor, and I really appreciate you all. So let's jump into it. So as we can see, we were able to finish F3. There's the proof right there. We were able to finish with the transmog. There's the proof right there. Okay, suck it, come to us. And what I found through some comments, nicer than others, is that our focus, our box's focus, is basically CC. I think at this point the account is still lacking some real crucial damage. You know, we're not really building cleave, we're not really building snipe teams. In this case, we are building fast control teams. And that's pretty much what happened to finish F3. So starting off with Laura. Laura was initially on a Swift broken set, but had been changed to the best violent set with speed, HP, and accuracy to ensure that she can strip. So Laura has our best violent set because she should ideally go after Escher to strip and allow for the control. So that is sort of the first change that happened. And really the core team that we're trying to build right now is around Vanessa, Escher, and Laura, with a couple of other units so that we can pivot for whatever the enemy picks. The next is Escher. He's by far the fastest unit. Right now he's plus 187 on a Swift broken set with speed, HP, and attack. And really, we're just filtering down for that highest speed. And typically, after 33 speed lead, he clocks in around 356. So often we are able to go first and boost attack bar. Interesting thing about the next monster, Vanessa, is typically I had her, when I first started to use her, I had her on a tanky-ish build with a little bit of damage because she was stripping and also defense breaking. I kind of understand now through you all and watching other people that Vanessa is more a utility unit in the sense that she has the revive and she also has the defense break strip. So interestingly enough, I wouldn't have done this or I wouldn't have thought this way, but Vanessa is actually on a Despair Will set with speed, HP, and HP. So she definitely has a tankier build, but she can be used to potentially increase cool time, stun and strip, and as well as have the revive. So having Vanessa in that sort of core 3 allows to sort of combat snipe teams as well as potentially have some more CC. Now John is on a Fatal Broken set because he can increase cool time as well as bomb damage, right? So we have him on speed, attack, and interestingly enough, he has been made faster. Cure made him faster so that he could, you know, get damage off as well as help with the CC. Now, this is another interesting one. I wouldn't have thought to use Spectra in RTA because I feel like you don't see them often enough, but maybe at a lower rank, he becomes a little bit more important. And he's actually my second fastest Mon on a Swift broken set for speed, HP, and then the speed substat here. As far as I know, Spectra is a CC unit who can attack break, slow, as well as reduce attack bar. So interestingly enough, that was chosen as another cure unit. Another unit that we saw used quite a bit was Samoth for the 33 speed lead on a speed, crit damage, and attack set because as far as I understand, you know, Samoth doesn't bring a lot to the table besides the speed lead, the revive, attack, as well as damage. Then there was another Swift energy set put on Tyrion for accuracy, speed, HP, and accuracy to continue just CCing. And interestingly enough, in RTA, I found out that it doesn't really matter if your monsters are full level 6-star because for something like CC, really the only goal, they just need to get their skills off. They're not there to do damage. We also have another CC unit in Varad who's on a faster defense set, Violent Will, because initially I had slot 2 as defense, figuring that would do more damage, but we kind of want Varad to move a little bit quicker to continue controlling. Now, another big part of control is, of course, Savannah, where we have, was on crit damage, but now is on attack. And my understanding is that is because, yes, it's important for Savannah to crit. She does good damage, but her attack overall will help you in skill 3 and skill 2. So she is on Swift Broken as well. Same with Robo, another CC unit who is clocking in at plus 151 with speed, attack, accuracy, so that the strip lands a little bit better and does damage when he pushes back attack bar and things like that. And then on our second best violent set with focus for a focus on accuracy so that we can strip, provoke, and push back attack bar is Cigar. Now, this is sort of the core box that we have for how we finished F3 or how the account finished F3. Some other monsters I'd like to include in the future once I have a better understanding of where they fit and how they work, are obviously Heigang, who has been removed from the box for right now because my understanding is Heigang really shines at a higher level and is often picked to counter things like Juno or Vero. And I don't know, you don't see a ton of that in the lower ranks. Only when Juno was a support monster was she getting picked very often. Another one I'd like to include is Frederica, because that would be cool to build a snipe team, but obviously you need a high speed for that. And another one is Chakra. I see a lot of people use Chakra either in a despair setting, so it would be cool to include Chakra in that. Now, she was a support monster, or he was a support monster in the last season. It'll be curious to see who comes out for next season. Another one is Light Megami. Apparently people love Light Megami. He's usually ruined on Swift, is for the CC. That would be another unit to include as well. So this is our core box. Let's take a look at some of the replays to see sort of the mindset of how we got to F3. So this is the match that took us from F1 to F2. And often we were using Clara as an opening monster here because the support Clara was pretty fast and had the strip into stun. So what we can see here is a full speed control team with the 33 speed lead. And we're also going up against another fast team, but in this case, Escher was able to outspeed, boost the attack bar. We're able to get the stun on Light more there, and then we're able to just keep controlling. And this is something else I want to get better at, is knowing who to focus on the monsters, which in this case, it made more sense to go after Veronica, and then continue just taking down monsters one by one. You can tell my analysis is really good. Another thing I'll say is if you have feedback on specific matches that we watch, please let me know in the comments. It'll help me understand that even more. So that took us from F1 to F2. Let's take a look at an F2 match. Let's take a look at an F2 match we actually lost. So we're starting with Escher. We're assuming speed right away. Laura and Clara once again, kind of like the core three we used. And then to do some damage, we had Varad as well as Liesel. So again, we're in a situation where Escher's able to outspeed even their fastest unit. That's why they were constantly being picked in the core three with that Swift Broken set. Allows us to increase tack bar, brings us to the strip, well, speed boost and strip to get rid of. Now, this, I can already tell, I think, that this match is lost because Velodual procs. And that's another thing, you know, we're trying, like, when you have CC teams, you want to make sure that you're focusing CC on a specific unit. Obviously, RNG is a thing, so if we come into an instance where Velodual procs, you know, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of a CC team. So, yeah, just like that, we were able to see once Velodual procced and we were out of strips, there was nothing else we were going to be able to do. Another big thing of RTA that I've learned is once you're cooked, it's better to just leave. Let's take a look at another match we won. And this person, assuming, is trying to race me. So it makes sense to continue picking the fastest units, as well as another CC unit. And we take down the Julian because I think Julian would do the most damage here. So we speed boost, we strip. With the accuracy, we try to go for the stun, which interestingly enough, we're able to land 2. We push back attack bar. We kind of got unlucky on the Chakra there. Chakra is going to strip, but now we can start focusing down different units. Chakra is a good, oh God, every time Oliver goes. Chakra is a great unit. When you can't control it, obviously you run into problems. That's why I would like to rune mine up. Okay, we're able to get the stun. Then we start focusing on Fire Druid because of this team. It looks like damage comes from Fire Druid as well as Chakra. So we're able to control that. It's okay that we lose beasts. We go for speed boosts. And then we're good. So again, our core team that we picked here with the support monsters, it'll be curious to see how it changes next season, because at a low rank, the support monsters are there for that reason. Let's take a look at one more. We'll take a look at the game that brought us from F2 to F3. Now, again, this is, same core team here. Looks like we could damage this team. That's why she had picked Liesel. And what's nice about this team is even though we lose Escher, we still have a fast Laura who's able to strip and potentially violent proc. We push back attack bar. We go for the stun. We have a accuracy up on the robo so that way we can actually continue stunning. Push back attack bar. Go for the killing wave. That support unit does a good amount of damage, although this team seems a little bit tankier. We control. We get rid of the Smicer because her passive is annoying. And then we just start to handle the rest. So hopefully in watching these, you, like me, have a better understanding of what it means to pick a core team. That is one thing that I struggled with in understanding in RTA. Now, when we jump into Special League in the upcoming streams and videos, it's obviously going to look a little different because we don't have the support monsters. I found out that EU is particularly sweaty when it comes to RTA, so this is pretty much a trial by fire. I played a couple of Special League matches and they didn't go well. So we're going to have to readjust to talk a little bit about what core team we're using. So like I said, hopefully in this video, you've had an understanding of what it means to build a core team, the same 3 monsters that you pick over and over and over again, and then you kind of leave the last 2 for wiggle room to adapt to what the enemy is choosing. So thank you, Cure, for helping us get to this point. It was a really good learning opportunity to understand what it means to have a core team. And yeah, looking forward to next season. The goal is to finish C1. So I'll catch you guys next time.